Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do the tarot reading for the birthday people for the Aquarius season. And I was noticing that it was NCT Dream Jisung's birthday. I think it was the same day as Taeyeon, as TXT Taeyeon, February 5th, if I'm not mistaken. Um, so I wanted to do a reading for him. He was also included on my list, but well, there are a lot of people. There are a lot of NCT unit members in this in this series as well. So I hope that if you're an citizen, you can show me your support. I truly want to like have more citizens on my channel because I do learn a lot from them, from their perspective about the guys. Like I'm not an expert on them. I'm still in the process of getting to know all the units and all of them in detail, but there's a lot of content. So, but definitely I'm becoming fond of them because of everything that I've been watching. Actually, last year has been a lot of thanks to the recommendations of people. um, I have come to love and appreciate a lot NCT work. Back in a few years ago, um, I, I, I didn't know much about them and I wasn't interested. Like, I don't know why. Probably because I was like too stuck in my favorites, so I didn't pay much attention to them. I only knew they were a lot of people, so maybe that also was a prejudice of my part to think that because there are so many or there are various units, I didn't care to pay attention to them. And thanks to the recommendations here on my channel, I'm educating myself, I'm learning about their music, I'm learning about them, reading for them. It also helps me to expand my perception and to get a bit like attached to their energy. I don't know, for every idol I have read, my perception of them has changed completely because I think I got closer to who they really are. So I have like a lot of appreciation for them. And I'm starting to consume their music much more often. And actually last year, NCT 127, a favorite, was my song of the year. Like I would listen to that song. I became addicted to that song, and thanks TikTok as well. So let's start with Jisung. Jisung is an Aquarius sun with the moon in Scorpio. So yes, another moon in Scorpio idol. Um, so it means that even though he is an Aquarius and he can seem intellectual and detached and very focused on the mental aspect of his personality, actually he's very sensitive. So let's see what he has. And actually he's not the only member of NCT Dream that has a moon in Scorpio. I believe Renjun, he's the one that it's an Aries. It's an Aries sun with the moon in Scorpio as well. So there's a lot of and also from NCT 127 we have Jungwoo. Jungwoo is a moon in Scorpio. And then from, yes, NCTU, we have Shotaro. Shotaro, that is a Sagittarius, but he has a moon in Scorpio as well. So a lot of moon in Scorpios in NCT as well. So let's start with Jisung to celebrate his energy. I believe his energy is really young. I don't know how old he is or if he is the magnet, but there's something about him and the cards that he got that definitely it gives me the vibes of someone very young. Like I wouldn't say he's naive, but there's an aspect of him that seems very like he's still in this very, and it's not even about being childish or being immature. It's more about like he's still in this sort of bubble. And actually I feel a bit like a bit sorry for him because he has a moon in Scorpio, and having a moon in Scorpio emotionally obviously prepares you or actually like somehow gives you these sort of very emotional experiences where you feel like everything is getting out of control, especially with how you feel and not knowing how exactly to process all the emotions. So I can sense that his energy is a bit confused with everything that I don't know what he had been going through, but there's a lot of like a lot of uncertainty, a lot of like feeling inadequate, feeling like you don't belong, um, and feeling a bit on the defensive about not letting people know that you are actually feeling this emotional or that you are actually, because I think that he feels so much in an emotional level that he just feels awkward feeling that way, and he doesn't want to let other people know that he is this emotional. So it's a bit weird, actually. Um, it's not weird that he feels this way. It's just that he's very sensitive. He's very sensitive, and I believe that he will eventually, but he needs to do some kind of practice or some kind of routine that can help him to like accept that he is emotional and that sometimes things affect him a lot, but that's part of who he is and that he shouldn't repress himself because otherwise he will get moody or he will get a bit erratic, because there's a lot of things that he wants to hide. Something about the moon in Scorpio mechanism is that we feel so much and we want to repress it. We don't want the others to know that we are going through that. So yes, and the cards that he got, it's the Seven of Wands, Three of Cups, the Empress, Knight of Swords, Justice. Then from the Oracle of the Chakras, he got the card of Facade and Victim. So I pulled two cards actually from the Oracle, and not because of my choice, because they jump out. The two cards came out, so I was planning to leave one out, but then I was like, no, if these two wanted to come out, is I'm going to read these two. But usually I use only one, but they definitely have something to say. So yes, starting off with the Seven of Wands and the Three of Cups, this is what I had been telling you guys a moment ago about him being a bit on the defensive and not wanting to share his struggles with others. And I think that this is why I feel like his energy is very young, because he's still in the process of learning how to communicate effectively or in a healthy way. I think that he pressures himself a lot to be in a sort of to be at everyone's level, and he wants to be perfect. He wants to be worth it. I don't know. He doesn't want to be judged or to having people talk about him, talk bad about him. Actually, no one is talking bad about him, but somehow he fears that. I don't know if maybe he had heard other people talking bad about a certain someone, so he fears that would happen to himself, and this is why in the oracles we have the card of victim, because he's not a victim, but he's afraid of becoming a victim of criticism, and this is, I want to clarify, this is not about the group actually making or the members actually making him feel that he is this sort of victim, or that he is inferior. It's just it has to do with probably the public's perception, or what he read online. You know, there's something about negative comments and criticism that he just doesn't know how to handle. He gets very on the defensive. He gets very tense. He gets very worried, a bit paranoid also. But I think that this year is going to be different because we have the Three of Cups and the Empress here. So definitely it's going to be a growth in his situation, and he's going to learn to let go of fear, let go of being on the defensive, and actually lean on others and let others help you. And also, it's not so much about helping, it's more about, you know, like letting go of control and actually enjoying yourself. I think that he will have this year, he will have opportunities to celebrate. That, you know, with everything that is going on, the pandemic and everything, you know, the gatherings, the reunions are very, you know, it's these are complex moments. But I think that actually he's going to get like more recognition this year. He's going to grow a lot as an artist and as a person as well, because I see him like getting opportunities. So I don't know if maybe the group that he's in is going to have a lot of recognition, or they are going to have a very prosperous year. You know, whenever I read for at least the readings that I've been doing for this year, especially the year that we are transiting and that had just started, I think that the NCT units are going to have a lot of work this year, like a lot of things to do, a lot of promotions. Um, they're going to have these moments of a lot of exposure at the same time. So I think that since the Empress is here, him with the other members are going to have this moment to shine and to actually be able to, with with their success, they're going to be led to another success, and then another success in other area, and then another opportunity. You know, like there are going to be a lot of opportunities for them. So actually, there's not going to be competition or something like that for, oh, who got more comebacks or who got most exposure. I think that all NCT units are going to have a very protagonist role, at least from the company's perspective. You know, I think I mentioned this in Johnny's reading. Um, they are overworking the guys, yes, definitely, because there's exhaustion. But in the case of Jisung, this maybe because he is young. I'm not saying that the other guys are not young, but I feel like his energy is very, it's like brand new, like immaculate. I don't know how to explain this, but he's really eager to prove himself. He has a long way to go. He has a lot of things he wants to accomplish. I see him like being very passionate and straightforward and fast. His energy is very fast and determined to be successful, to be recognized. So I don't know if maybe he will get like a golden opportunity to replace someone. Like it's not actually replace someone is not an easy word to say, you know, because it's not that he's going to take someone's place, but I think that he's going to be put in a position of exposure that he normally doesn't do, or he's going to have an extra opportunity that comes out of nowhere because of, well, life happens, and he's going to shine even brighter because of that. You know, he's going to be in the right time, right moment, and it's going to be his opportunity. And I think that this has to do with justice. The last card that we see here is justice. So I don't know what actually he's trying to tell me here. That if he in the past had felt like things were unfair to him, but I think that now finally the balance is on his favor, and that somehow karma is being paid off, that karma is happening, in the sense that I think that nothing is going to stop him this year from accomplishing prosperity and abundance. And I think that he had been waiting for this opportunity for a while. So he's like being almost a bit aggressive, in the sense that he will not hesitate to make a decision. It seems like he's almost like seeing that this is going to happen, that this opportunity is going to come. So he's getting ready to take it, to be like, okay, I got it. I'm going to do it. And I think that for him, actually, it's a whole process. I'm sorry, not process, progress. Because actually, I think that his nature is a bit shy sometimes. I don't know, maybe if you are a fan of him, you can actually help me or guide me or educate me and be like, I think he is or think he isn't. I would appreciate it. But I think that this year, he's going to be really fast, about taking the opportunity. So definitely I see that justice is also going to be in his favor. So I don't know exactly what justice has to do with here. I think that probably there were moments where he felt like things weren't fair for him. I don't know. But he's going to get it. He's going to have justice on his side. Um, so I don't know exactly why he feels like things weren't fair for him in the past. And then with the facade, the card of the facade, and the card of victim. That victim was the card that jumped out of the deck. Actually, facade was the only one that it chose from the deck, and then victim jumped out. He wanted to participate as well. Um, I think that he definitely should like get over these fears of being judged, because like I mentioned, this card of victim definitely is not a good facade for him. It's not a good energy to hold on to, especially because he's not a victim. It doesn't matter how tough things were in the past, or how much he fears to be seen as a victim. He shouldn't get too close to that feeling, because actually he should get over it. Because what he's going to need this year, and the energy that he's going to need to embrace, is the energy of being brave and of being a bit more calculative, a bit more strategic, a bit more fierce, a bit more courageous, and also very fast. In the sense that he shouldn't let fear of criticism to get the best out of him. Because I feel like he has these moments probably where he felt like he was a victim of something, and I don't know exactly what. But I think that if he stays too long in this feeling, he will not be able to move on, and then eventually this sort of victim facade is going to be like this sort of his trademark or his signature pose, or what people actually remember him of. So I don't know if maybe in the past he had been a bit sad, or I wouldn't say depressed, but if he had been a bit like his energy was very low and he was feeling very down and he was feeling very sad for himself. He felt pity for himself. So somehow this facade, this victim, and it seems like people around him. This is why facade is here. If people is like, oh yes, we know that he had been feeling like this, but I think that what is telling me here is that he should let go of that fear of being a victim or of being considered a victim, because he has a lot of potential, and actually he is like this knight of swords. He is a knight, he is a survivor, he is a fighter. He's no victim, and he shouldn't let people perceive him like that. So I don't know if maybe there were moments where he was actually like, people saw him being really sad or being really upset, and that somehow the audience felt sorry for him or something. But this year, what is showing me here is that he needs to get rid of that, because he has a lot of more attributes and very strong attributes in his persona and within his own talents, that he shouldn't be remembered for the guy that was feeling sad or feeling sorry for himself. So I don't know if maybe if you are a fan and if you know if he had gone through some kind of loss or some kind of hard time, or some kind of harsh experience or something like that. Maybe he had. This is why here we validate everyone's experience. I'm just a tarot reader. I'm just an interpreter of the cards. But what I want to say here is that here we validate and we take his experience or his perception the way the cards are showing me. So if he felt in the past, if he felt with all these fears and with all these fears of being considered a victim, actually we should take that as that was his experience, and we should validate his experience. Like, it doesn't matter the circumstances, the why, the how, and when. you know this reading is for him and about him. So it's not about the others, it's about his perception of what happened. So definitely the most important thing for me about this reading is that he's going to be able to feel very successful and he's going to feel like he had achieved something, and probably this year he's going to see a lot of recognition. And this is very important for him. These are moments that he has the possibility. I don't know if has he been in some kind of hiatus or some kind of inactivity, because I feel like if he feels like very determined and passionate to take this opportunity as soon as it gets, and I see him like acting really fast and moving really fast towards this. I feel like he had been like saving his energy, like being like, okay, now it's my time to take this because this opportunity is mine. So actually, I'm a bit like, what what caught my attention as well is this justice card here. Like, is he in this sort of legal process? Like, is he involved in some kind of like, I'm sorry guys, is he in some kind of yes, like legal process? Because I'm sensing that he's waiting for a resolution this year. He's like waiting for some kind of conclusion or some kind of like final notice that actually justice is on his side. So I don't know if he is in a legal battle with someone. And I think that this is also has to do with the Empress, with him getting more success or more opportunities of growth. I don't know why the Justice card is here. But I think that he finally is going to get what he wanted, what he thought he deserved. I don't know, it's weird. This card of justice here is like, I don't think he's in a legal battle with someone, but I think that he's waiting for some kind of compensation for something that happened. So I don't know. I don't know, guys. Maybe you can guide me in the comment section. But yes, it's going to be a year of a lot of like getting rid of past, uh, of old skin, like him shaking off this negative thinking or this low vibration, because I feel like he was vibing very low for a while, like his energy was very low and a bit sad. And now he's slowly like coming out of the cave, and be like, okay, here I am. I want to show my potential. I want to show what I'm all about. And it's not like he's not competing with anyone, because actually I don't see competition here. I actually see that he's going to be able to show his true potential and to shine even brighter because of his collaboration with others. And I see that his success is a reason of celebration for others as well. So there are people, probably the other members, that are also cheering for him. So there's no competition here. But yes, guys, this is all I have for him. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.